All of you come on up to the front. All of you. And I'm not talking to people on the show, talking y'all in the comment section. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. The recap is late, okay, because there were so many spoilers in episode 7 and 8 to recap that I was trying to forget what happened. Changes have to come to how we do this because one is it's not fair to me. It shows a lack of respect and it diminishes not only how I view the episodes, but how I do my recaps because I know what's going to happen because y'all, for the life of me, don't know how to comment on only what I talk about in the videos. The excuses of, oh, I watched all the episodes at midnight and everything ran together. That's a you problem. If you are watching the recaps, I go scene by scene by scene. So there should never be any confusion. There should never be any confusion. Changes are going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to start grouping up everything. I don't know if I'm just going to wait until I have the time to watch all the episodes to recap, but this is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. What's up, everybody? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tammy. This is Tammy Talks. We are here to talk Love is Blind, Season 8, Episode 9, The X Files. If you guys are brand new to the channel or a returning viewer that is not yet subscribed, do me a favor. If you can comment without leaving a spoiler, leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video. Let's get right into it. So, the episode starts off with a scene y'all told me about where Daniel and Taylor go to meet Daniel's family. So Taylor liked the fact that Daniel always referred to her as not only his wife, but the mother of his children. To her, to Taylor, that meant that he was planning for the future, and it was just very endearing to her. So his mother likes the process because, as we know, Daniel does have a sister that is blind, and she thought that it would be awesome for somebody to kind of see the world the way that his sister does and to see Daniel's heart. It was important for Daniel to see someone else's heart, but she likes the fact that his wife now knows his heart, or at least what part of his heart showed through the wall. So Taylor's parents are taking a little longer to come around to the process. And it's really her mom. It's not her dad, it's her mom. But Daniel's parents approve of the marriage because they also realize that at the end of the day, Daniel is a grown 5'8" short king, and he's going to do whatever it is that he wants. So we get to David and Lauren, another thing y'all told me about. So they go to a spin class where some of Lauren's friends are instructors. Lauren works there part time as well. David was like, I'm super athletic, but like spin class was hard. Yeah, spin classes are hard. I've taken a couple. It's a lot. It's gonna work you. It's gonna work all the muscles you didn't think that you had. It's gonna work, okay? So David starts talking about how he doesn't know what to believe when it comes to this man that is claiming to have dated Lauren right before coming into the pods. So you guys told me about this and how Lauren cried throughout the scene, but let's still talk about it. So her friends were like, no, this is just somebody that Lauren matched with on Hinge. Like, it's not even a big deal. We've all just kind of hung out. She wasn't dating him. If she was dating him, we would know. So David is like, the timeline is hard for him. I said, oh God. So he said, look, I wouldn't have been dating up until right before the weekend that we left to come onto the process. Now, look, I'm gonna look at this one of two ways, okay? On one hand, if Lauren was serious about coming in and finding her husband, I don't think that she would have been dating the couple of days before they left. On the other hand, I think that David is gassing this, and it's only because he honestly and truly does not like Lauren. He's not physically attracted to her. So because he's not physically attracted to her, he's trying to find a way to get out of this. So David then goes on to say that Lauren would have told me about it, but no, he feels that Lauren would not have told him about it, kind of if she wouldn't have gotten caught. So David is like, look, I had to find out about it from, all everybody that's up and through the Minneapolis streets. I'm a hot commodity. I'm David. So David was like, "Look, I'm 32 years old, and this is giving high school. It's giving high school because you and your friends are playing telephone. You and your friends are playing run tell that. And it's interesting that you wouldn't just have your friends who are spreading the rumors, because let's be real, your friends are the ones spreading the rumors. That's what's giving high school. Your friends, the ones that are spreading the rumors, you're not letting them just talk to Lauren and they can sort things out. So it's become a he say, she say, they say, because that's what you've allowed it to become, David. Lauren is crying, and y'all said she was gonna cry throughout this. I was confused because she didn't cry last episode, but y'all meant this scene in this episode. Spoiler. So David tells her, "Look, I'm trying to sort everything out in my head." So we get to Virginia and Devin's family. Y'all didn't spoil the DEI couple. I wonder why. Y'all didn't spoil nothing about them. I didn't know anything was going on. But they get to Devin's family's house, and Devin is like, "Look, we had conversations about big things in the past. We weren't talking about, what's your favorite color? What kind of ice cream do you like? We were talking about kids and marriage and that type of stuff." So he's like, it wasn't surface level, and that meant a lot to him. Virginia said facts, because I came into this not expecting to find somebody, but I've been super vulnerable with him. I've been overly emotional in the pods. His mother said, "Look, we are really strong in the faith family. We believe in the big God upstairs, and so it's important to find somebody that has faith as well." So Devin's sister was like, "Look, don't you want 5 kids?" And are they names spell out Devin? Now, they were teasing him about it. It's something that he thought of when he was a kid. I like the idea. I don't have a problem with that. I like the idea. I think it's a cute idea. But he was like, "No, it's just something I said when I was younger." So Virginia wants between 2 to 6 kids. Ma'am, you are 34. Or is she 33? 2 to 6, you're gonna be pregnant till you're 40. But okay. So Virginia said, "Look, she is open to the 50-50, but she's more traditional when it comes to cooking and cleaning and all of that type of stuff. But she does want them to have separate accounts, which I think they should. You should always have some of your own money to the side, always. So they're going to have separate accounts and then a joint account that is probably used to pay bills and stuff like that. And she wants to explore the conversation of a prenup. And you see everybody's face get all turned up. Why? Why? Virginia said, "I don't understand why everyone doesn't have a prenup." See, if Devin really owned that company that he said he did, and he wasn't just the president, he wasn't just somebody that works there, he would understand the importance of having a prenup as well, especially on this show. Now, if y'all meet and y'all, have been dating for a couple years or whatever the case, and then you're leery about a prenup, sure. But this is a stranger. Yes, we're going to get a prenup. We're going to get a prenup. I don't believe that prenups are planning for the end of the marriage. I don't see it that way. So his mom is like, "Well, if he gets sick, will you stay?" I hate stupid questions like this. So why ask somebody, "So if he gets cancer, you gonna dip?" Like what? Like, okay. So and I said, "We gotta be ready in case that Tylenol addiction pops back up. That ibuprofen, hide the bear, lock up the Aleve in case that comes back. That situation." Okay. So they own the pig. I said, "Oh." So they go outside and look at the pig. Okay. I said, "Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool." So his sister, Virginia goes to the restroom, and his sister is like, "Prenups make me nervous." It's not for you though, baby. So it shouldn't make you nervous. It has nothing to do with you. You're not signing. Mind your business. So it's not that big of a deal. And Devin was like, "Look, a prenup is just so that if something were to happen, we both leave with what we came in with. Whatever we make, whatever we obtain during the course of the marriage, we just split 50-50. Why that is so confusing for everybody, I don't know." But Devin said, "Look, I'm cool with the prenup. It's not a big deal with me. I have every intention on signing if I read through it and it's cool. So shall it be." We then get to Sarah and Ben. So they meet Ben's friends and they talk about how Ben was genuine about supporting Sarah's sister. Talk about how Ben don't vote. Talk about how Ben doesn't care about Black Lives Matters. Talk about how Ben didn't know who George Floyd was, even though George George, even though George Floyd was murdered right in your city. That happened there. So how don't you have an opinion on it? That's what y'all should be talking about, not whether or not Sarah is going to go to church. Talk about the social issues, Sarah, that you were concerned about. But I guess, so shall it be. The Black Lives Matter relationship, cool. Cool, cool, cool. So we then get to Monica and Joey. Y'all ruined this scene too, because y'all were talking about how Joey feels that Monica's sister is jealous. And I was like, oh, that would have been awesome to kind of watch and experience. But yeah, so Joey is wondering, does your sister have a reason not to like me? Like, because otherwise it's giving jealousy. And that's something that y'all need to kind of explore. And I said that last recap. It gives that her sister is jealous of her, mainly because it feels like her sister is going to get married before she does. Monica wants Joey and her sister to talk, and Joey was like, you and your sister need to talk too. That's a conversation that needs to happen. Monica says it with her chest. Oh, we will. I don't think y'all will though, because you let her son you in that conversation at your house. So we then see Daniel and Taylor. So they're now meeting up with Taylor's parents at her parents' house, and they have apparently rebuilt their house. They said with the hopes that the children and the grandchildren will come over and visit and all that type of stuff. So Taylor said, "My dad is cool, but my mom, that's who I'm worried about is not going to be as supportive as I need her to be." So they're talking to Taylor's parents, and her mother is like, I feel left out of the engagement. Mama Taylor, now are you feeling left out because he didn't ask for you guys's hand, ask for permission to propose to her, or did you feel like you should have been sitting there? I needed more clarification on that. So Taylor is like, look, I have never felt more safe and loved than when I'm with Daniel. Daniel gets emotional talking about how he wrote her a letter when they were in the pods, wanting her to know that like she's safe with him. She has this. Like it's cool. He's gonna take care of her. Daniel's parents come over, very classy. Loved it. So Daniel's parents come over and it was really to make Taylor's mother feel more comfortable, not her father. Her father was like, "Shoot, I'm easy. Whatever happens, happens." I said, "Oh, not a daddy's girl, clearly." And Daniel's parents are just more relaxed, and they're like, "Look, they're grown. They're grown. At this point in life, when your children are in their late 20s, early 30s, you should just be thankful that they include you in their life in any capacity." Right? At my age, my mom doesn't tell me what to do. My mom doesn't really have a vocal opinion. If she does, she tells my dad, but I'm grown. So you have to be thankful that your parents that your kids even include you in their life. So, like, y'all are good. They gonna be okay. They probably won't even get married, right? So Daniel does ask for her parents' permission to marry her. And then of course they say yes. We never see anybody say no on the show, so we knew that was going to happen. So we then get to David and Lauren. I knew what was going to happen in this scene too. Shout out to y'all. But so they're planning for everybody to kind of come over and chill. So David's friends are supposed to be coming, but he's like they're on standby because they don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. See, Lauren should have said it with her chest. No, come on over so we can talk about what you think you know about my life. That's what should have happened. So Lauren is like, look, why is this impacting us so much? And I want to know too, Lauren, tell me. I'm all ears. I would like to know too why David is allowing this non situation to impact y'all to the point where we find out he's not even staying at the house with you. He's going back to his house, okay? So Lauren was like, "So you didn't flirt with anybody before coming?" And David was like, "Yeah, but I was single." So Of course I flirt, but I didn't flirt the day before. Lauren said, I didn't flirt the day before either. This was not the day before. So David is like, well, my friends are coming to me with the facts. No, your friends are not coming to you with the facts. Your friends are coming to you with information that they heard from the man that's clearly trying to sabotage what you and Lauren have going on. And you know that. David knows that he doesn't fully believe this, because if you did fully love Lauren and you love the person she is, and this is the person that you wanted to marry, the person you proposed to, the person you fell in love with sight unseen, why would you let something like a rumor come in the middle of y'all? But David, you've been acting funky since she won't give you none of her monkey since the honeymoon. So don't do this. Don't do this at all. So Lauren was like, look, we were friends with benefits. Maybe I let it go on a little too much longer than it should have, but that was it. We didn't date. We weren't sleeping over at each other's houses. We weren't together like that. We were fucking and sucking, and that was it, right? So she doesn't understand why David thinks her having friends with benefits for 2 months means that she's not ready for marriage. So David said, oh, it's weird how you were seeing someone else and hooking up with someone else, and and now I have to come and lay in that same bed with you, and we haven't hooked up yet. I said, is that the problem? Is that the problem, David? You mad because you don't want to sleep with you? Oh no. Oh no, David. No, no, no. I know that's not the problem. Wow. Oh wow. Oh, that's too bad. Poor little Tink Tink. Poor little Tink Tink. Go rub it out if it's that bad. Like, David literally looks and sounds stupid with this. He does. So David is like, well, my sister wants to know who's the girl I'm marrying that's hooking up with guys, before this. Is your sister single? Because what's happening? Your sister needs some business. Your sister needs some business. That's what it is. That's what it is. So Lauren said, look, I'm tired of defending myself. I shouldn't have to defend myself to a bunch of strangers that I don't know and that I haven't even met or talked to. And David is like, yeah, I know how good of a person you are, but yeah, and I'm like, "No, you don't know how good of a person she is." And this is showing that you truly don't rock with Lauren the way that you say you do. Because one of the first things that you should have done is you should have said, "Look, my friend Jack, okay, Jack wants to talk to you, Lauren, and I think y'all need to talk because Jack said you've been hooking up with him." That's what should have happened. But see, David didn't block out that outside noise because he was mad that Lauren wasn't sleeping with him on the honeymoon. Remember, he went around and asked everybody who was having sex because he was mad that he wasn't. So we find out David hasn't even been staying there for the past week. So David is like, maybe my friend shouldn't come. And Lauren was like, no, I want to be a part of this conversation where y'all are bumping the gums about what you think you know about my life. So David is like, I'm tempted to just walk away. I said, go motherfucker get. Oh my God. Look, what I'm never going to do is let somebody play in my face and tell me, well, I can just walk away. I was tempted to leave. You can still go. You can still go. Don't let him talk to you like that, Lauren. Talking about some, I'm trying to get us back to where we were. Are you? Because it doesn't seem like it. David claims that he loves her. He claims that he wants to make this work, but it's very clear that you don't, though. You don't want to make this work, David, because you're not even willing to have a conversation with her. Anytime Lauren says anything and tries to explain who this guy is, what was happening, what the nature of the relationship was, you flip it and say, well, my friends were my friends, were my sister. Fuck your sister. How about that? Fuck your friends. You don't, I'm not going to get upset about these people. So Lauren then is like, I don't think we should be apart tonight. Like, she wants to keep talking this through, whatever the case. David is like, well, I don't feel comfortable with you in the apartment tonight. Yeah, okay. So I was with her. Go and be with your friends. He would say, I just need to figure this out more. You want to figure it out with your friends? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. So then we get to the final scene, which is Ben and Sarah. So they're hanging out on the couch. One thing Ben and Sarah do is like they just laugh all the time. They're not having serious conversations until this one. So they're hanging out, and Sarah's on TikTok and she's like, whoa. Oh my God. Oh my God. So Ben is like, what's good? So Sarah is like, I'm watching the TikTok about this lady talking about a reality show filming right now in Minneapolis. And Ben is like, she's crying. She's crying, right? Now, see, Sarah didn't clock excited, been like, how you know she crying? Did you see it? So Ben is like, yeah, yeah. I saw this. And Sarah was like, she's talking about how the reality show was celebrating shitty men. Ben is like, yeah, I think she's talking about me. I said, oh, bitch. What? So Ben said, look, I saw it earlier at the bar. I blocked her because I didn't want her like saying my name or anything. And then she blocked me. And Sarah said, what you block her for? Why would she say your name? Ben said, look, I haven't talked to this girl in over 4 years. So Sarah said, huh. Ben said, I think she's making up stuff about how, like, I manipulated her and she overreacted. We never even hooked up. We didn't even have like a dramatic breakup or anything. I don't know who she is. I don't know anything about her. I don't know what's happening. I don't know. It was 4 years ago. I don't even remember what happened. I think I ghosted her. Yeah, I ghosted her. I don't remember why. Like, we had a date. Yeah, I went to her house. We had a date. I mean, we didn't even hook up. We kissed, but we kissed though. But I don't remember anything. I don't know why she would do this. Sarah said, "Oh, she's crying over being ghosted." Ben was like, We dated. Yeah, we dated a little bit, but I don't. I mean, if you find a DM or two over the past, 4 years, I wouldn't be surprised about that. But I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember. Sarah said, "Oh, okay. You need to tell me everything." Now Ben looks shook. It could be editing, but Ben is looking like, what did you do, Ben? What did you do?" Because let's be real, this lady is not gonna crash out on the TikTok over being ghosted. And if she did, ma'am, okay, but you did something to this lady and you made it even more obvious because what you should have did, Ben, is you should have watched this and paid it dust. But by you saying that you blocked her right away so she couldn't tag you, and then you saying that you don't remember what happened, nah. Nah, 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 nah. But let me know what you guys thought about this episode. Tomorrow episodes 10 and 11 drop. I won't post a recap until I'm able to watch both of them. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.